Well, here's the thing though, Jay, because I think it's a really important point that you're bringing up, but here's what I think you're going to discover. I think you're only attached to it because you don't value your time and energy.
For sure.
You're only attached to it because you've never experienced anything else. And the reason why you're used to it is because in the relationship dynamic, you're up in your head, usually in a relationship explaining away behavior instead of actually seeing it with clear eyes and detaching from it. And that's the other reason, and I know you knew this instantly, that the let them theory and saying let them and let me, one of the reasons why it's so powerful and I'm so excited is I feel literally like I am surrounded by ancestors, because this is a modern application of ancient philosophy, spiritual guidance, stoicism, detachment theory that you can then apply in any moment in any relationship. And what I also love about this, Jay, is that I think it allows you to truly see people perhaps for the first time and to give them the space to be who they are. And from that space, what's amazing is you can let people, for example, a lot of us are very triggered and motivated when somebody's disappointed, or or we think that somebody's gonna really be let down by us. And I had this huge breakthrough because I used to feel really guilty, either by how much I work or the fact that Chris and I raised our kids on the East Coast and my parents are in the Midwest. And, I love my parents and I wish we all lived together. But here's the thing, they're not moving to me and I'm not moving to them. We got to let them, right? But there's a lot of emotion about it. And I know your family's all over the place too. So, you're nodding I'm not saying anything because my family listens to this, Mel. So here's the thing. If I don't go home with my family for the holidays, my parents are disappointed. Let them be disappointed. I mean, isn't that a beautiful thing that they're disappointed? Don't you want somebody to be disappointed that you're not coming?
That really messes with people's minds.
Right?
Yeah.
Like whether you can't make it to a business engagement, or you can't make it to a birthday party, or you can't make it this year home. I mean, what's the alternative? That they're like, thank God Jay's not coming. I can't stand him. No, seriously, really wrap your brain around this. And so when you say, let them be disappointed, something beautiful happens. You actually honor their experience of being human. You allow them to be adults.
Yes.
That is a sign, that emotion, that things are really good in your relationship.
Yes.
But then you say, let me. And the old me would twist myself in knots, and then I would make myself feel bad, and then I would question what I was doing, and then I'd bend over backwards and try to be there and try to be here. And instead, when I say let me, I drop into my values. I deeply value family. And so if they're disappointed, that's not the reason I would change plans. I have to look at, what do I think? What do I want to do? And how am I going to process my emotions?
Yes.
And so as someone else is disappointed, the old me would feel deeply guilty and conflicted. Now with the let them theory, I have space for them to be disappointed and for me to feel a little sad. But if I change plans, I don't do it for them. Because if I change plans for them, guess what I just did? I made them the villain in my life. If I change plans because it makes me feel like a good daughter, it makes me feel
Absolutely.
good. Now I take responsibility for my life and I am owning my decisions. And it's a small nuance, but it's absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
And the other reason why I love this, especially as a parent of adult children, and this is a book about adult relationships. And so I make it very clear in the book, and there's resources for parents with younger kids in the back. But one of the coolest things about this is that when you let someone have their emotions and you let someone struggle while you say, I'm on the sidelines and I'm here to support, but I know that the greatest teacher in life is life. And I'm not going to shield you from the consequences of some of the things that you're choosing. You're an adult. So I'm going to let you. When you allow someone the space to process emotion and the space to face their struggles and the space to heal on their own timeline and in their own way, you actually communicate that I believe that you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you step in and try to force somebody to be more motivated at school, or let's just take that one, because there's a lot of people that listen to my show, and I'm sure it's the same people that are listening to yours, that write in are like, I don't know how to make this person more motivated.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
For
and
sure.
so here's what I want you to understand, and this was another huge breakthrough when I was writing this book. Do you want to know the hardest working person in a classroom, Jay? It's the kid who's struggling. It's not the people that are getting straight A's. It's the person who's having a really hard time.
Wow.
Do you want to know the hardest person that's working on their health? It's actually the person that's unhealthy. Because they know that they want to be healthier. And so they are not stuck. They're in deep conflict actively within themselves. And so if somebody is already aware that there is a gap between their potential and how they're performing, that there is a gap between their God-given right to thrive and be happy and be connected and what their life actually feels like, they know it. And then you come in and try to impose your will or your good ideas. Oh, thanks a lot. So I never thought that if I wanted to get good grades, I needed to study and not play video games. Thank you, Einstein. Oh, I should go to the gym if I want to lose some weight? Never thought of that. So you come in and you have judgment and assumptions. What is that? That's more pressure on top of somebody who is actually already deeply conflicted with themselves.
Yeah.
And so if you really embrace this and you understand that people change when they feel like it and when they can, and if somebody's struggling, it's because they're not able to right now. There's a skill that's missing. And one of the biggest things that's typically missing is the belief that any of the small actions will actually do anything anyway.
Yeah.
And so you coming in and imposing it, you know what that says? It actually says, I don't believe you can do this.